Good morning, student. Today we will discuss our fifth unit, Children's and Women in Sports. Motor development in children's. Motor development is related to smooth and coordinate movement. Motor development refers to development of child bones, muscle, and ability to move around and manipulate their environment. Means it is the development of child bones. Child के bones में develop होना, child के muscle development in his muscles and ability to move around and his ability to manipulate himself in the environment. Okay, ability to manipulate himself in the environment. If motor development helps the children to sit, run, work, etc., if there is a motor development in the children's, then the children's is able to run, walk, jumping, running, writing, etc. Motor development provide perfection in actions and graceful movement. In child, motor development is divided into two parts: gross motor development and fine motor development. Gross motor development means development of large or big muscle in a child body. Child के body में big muscle का develop होना. For example, development of leg muscles, hand muscles, etc. This gross motor development, ठीक है, development of big muscles helps the child to stand, sit, run, jump, etc. Fine motor development. Fine motor development means development of small muscle. ठीक है, उसके small muscle में develop होना. For example, development of a hand muscles, finger muscle, etc. This development of fine motor development of small muscles helps the child to writing. ठीक है, helps in writing, throwing, picking, kicking, dancing, balancing, skill perfections, etc. Factors affecting motor development. What are the factors which affect the motor? First is parents and heredity. As the children get genes from parents as heredity, thus motor development patterns as their parents. For example, if a parent's height is small, then the child height is also small. If the parents is overweight, then their children's is also the overweight due to their genes. Okay, due to their genes from parents to the heredity. Nutrition. Nutritional foods promote good motor development. If the child take proper nutrition, then child becomes stronger and healthy, and it will helps in motor development. If the child take proper nutrition, there will be the proper motor development. And if he if he does not take the nutrition, then it will affect the motor development. Immunizations means if the mothers and child both are immunized at proper times, means if they are if they are free from disease, if the parents, if the mothers and child both are free from disease, then there will be the proper motor development. Environment. Clean, safe and natural environment is the healthy and good for motor development activity. If the environment is safe, then there will be the proper motor development in a child. Psychological feedback and motivation. Children should be encouraged and motivated to perform physical activity. If the child perform physical activity, there will be the proper motor development. Disability and disease. Disability and disease affect the motor development. It reduces the perfection in motor skill. If the person is disabled, then his motor development will be slow as compared to the persons who is not disabled, who is free from disease. Regular practice. With regular practice, motor development is improved and perfection is gained. If the persons do a regular practice, regular physical activity, or regular practice of anything, his motor development will be improved. Body weight. If the person is overweight or obesity, then there will be the less motor development. Whereas if the child is healthy, there will be the motor skill perfection. There is more skill perfections, and there will be the proper motor development. Mental ability. Motor developments depend upon the mental ability also. Small children have less motor development due to their undevelopment of mind. Gender or sex. Sex difference is also affect the motor development between boys and girls. Rest and relaxation. If the child does not take a proper rest and relaxations, then it affects the motor development. Proper training. If the child do a proper training and skill perfection, then his motor development will be improved. Safety measure. Safety measures should be considered to gain perfection in motor skill. Interest and attitude. If the child is interested and if his attitude is developed, then it is one of the important factors for motor development. Multi-activity. If the child participates in multi-activity in various types of activity, then it helps to develop their good moral skill, develop their good moral. There will be the motor development, good motor development. Next is exercise guidelines. Exercise guidelines at different stages of growth and development. What are the exercise thus a children should do at different stages of growth and development? What type of exercise they should do at the different stages of growth and development? Babyhood growth and development. Babyhood means from birth to 1 year. Motor development start after birth and follow progressive and sequential patterns from top to bottom. As the child birth, okay, from the birth itself, the motor development of the child start. The baby first learn to move, but the control is missing. He is unable to control himself. That is his gross motor development take place. It happened primarily at neck, shoulders, arms, hand, leg, and fine motor development is missing, like control over the finger, face, muscle, etc. Babyhood babyhood growth and development. At this stage, there is a gross motor development. Gross motor development take place. Therefore, the child is able to move, but he is unable to control himself. And fine motor development. There is fine motor development is missing. Therefore, he is not able to control over his finger, face, muscle, etc. What types of activity should the babyhood should do at this stage? Babyhood को क्या क्या activity करना चाहिए? Gross motor development is primarily concern of development. At this stage, the gross motor development should be concerned. The parents, especially mothers, play a considerable role for the development of motor skill, such as crawling, sitting, standing, walking, etc. Parents, child, child should start crawling, sitting, standing, etc. And also parents should provide him healthy diet, clean and safe environment, and proper vaccinations and immunization should be done for improving their motor development. Infancy growth and development. Infancy stage from 1 to 2 years. This is also known as toddler's age. In this age, gross motor development is primarily concerned. In this stage also, gross motor development is concerned. Parents should provide healthy diet and playful environment for gross motor development. They should provide the healthy diet to their children, as well as playful environment so that they can play, and it have to develop their gross motor development. Gross motor development means so that their big muscles develop, and they should check the growth and development of a child, as they should consult the doctor for the same. At this stage, gross motor development, the development of big muscle should be concerned. Activity for infant. The activity, which type of activity they should do at this stage. Activities good for infants are like crawling, standing, sitting, walking, rolling, bending, stepping, block building, etc. These activities they should perform, and infants should take sufficient rest and sleep. They should take a proper rest and sleep along with vaccination. Proper vaccinations to remove okay, proper vaccination so that there will be no disease or infection. And parents should provide them safe and clean and hygienic environment for their proper motor development. Early childhood stage from 2 years to 6 years. In this age, the main concern is to develop gross motor component along with fine motors component. Early childhood, at the age of 2 to 6 years, the concern should be on gross motor development, big muscle development, along with fine motor development, along with small muscle. Okay, there should be a big muscle as well as a small muscle development. The child should provide healthy playful environment, playful area, and special care should be given to the diet and environment, their habit, their motor value, recreational activity, etc. And the activity, which type of activity should they do? They should, as at this stage, early childhood, they gain the gross development, gross motor development. Their gross motor uh, they are their big muscles are developed. Therefore, they should participate in gross motor development activity like good in they are good in this age. Their gross motor development is good in this age. Therefore, they should participate in the activity like running, throwing, kicking, catching, tricycles, ride, ladder climbing, hooping, etc. And recreational activities with the ball, hooping rope, jumping, fun game, etc. These are good coordinations activity for this age group. Later childhood growth and development. Later childhood means 7 to 12 years age group. 7 to 12 years age group child. In this stage of childhood, gross and fine motor development activities are performed. They should participate in gross development as well as fine development activities, because their gross and fine gross and fine motors are developed. later childhood growth and development. They should perform in gross and fine motor development, big muscle as well as small muscle development activities. For this, they should participate in the activity like yoga, gymnastic, swimming, ball games like football, basketball, handball, volleyball, etc. And fine motor development skill exercise to attain their motor development along with physical fitness and team game. And adolescence growth and development. Adolescence growth and development means from 13 years to 19 years age group. This period is very delicate periods and challenging for the parents as the sex difference is prominent and bring sex conscious in this age. Adolescence age cause many changes related to physical, social and psychological. Therefore, the parents should take a proper attention toward their child. What type of activity they should do? They should they should do a heavy physical workout, creative activity and take a proper diet. Thus, team game. Team games should be encouraged. They should perform the team game. Teenagers should be motivated to develop moral value, controlling the emotion, proper use of finance, etc. These are the various stages of motor development. What are at different stages of growth and development? What exercise the child should do at babyhood? The gross motor development exercise should be done means for development of their big muscles. So they should perform the activity like standing, sitting, walking, crawling, etc. And the parents should provide them a healthy diet. And infancy 1 to 2 years, in this age group, the gross motor development, there should be a gross motor development of, in this age group also there should be a development of big muscles. So the children should participate in the activity like crawling, standing, sitting, walking, bending, stepping, etc. And the child should take a proper rest, sleep, vaccinations, proper and clean environment. Early childhood. At early childhood, there should be a gross motor development along with fine motor development. Means development of big muscles as well as small muscle should be concerned at this stage. And therefore, for gross motor development and fine motor development, the child should perform in the activity like running, throwing, catching, bicycling, hooping, wider activity or some recreational activity like ball throwing, etc. Because at this stage the child gross motor development is developed. Later childhood stage, at this stage the child gross motor and fine motor development, this the child should perform to develop the gross and fine motor development activity, means to develop their big muscle as well as small muscle development activity. Like activity, they participate in the activity like yoga, gymnastic, athletics, swimming, ball game like football, basketballs, badmintons, etc. And adolescence growth and development, they should perform in the heavy physical workout. They are as their bones and muscles are developed, therefore they should participate in the heavy physical workout, creative activity and team game, and they should take a proper good diet. Next is posture. Posture is the specific body position of body का position is known as posture. The pose or position of a body is known as posture. It may be static, means fixed, or dynamic, means motion. It may be statics or dynamics, fixed or motion such as sitting, standing, lying, walking, running, reading, etc. There are different views about the posture. First, posture. What is posture? Posture is the body position, body ka position, and it may be dynamic or static or dynamic. It is posture is balancing the body in an accurate and proper manners. अपने body को balance करना in accurate and proper manners so that to produce a less fatigue. If the person has a good postures, then there will be the leak fatigue. Leak fatigue uh, posture. The best posture is that in which the body segment are balanced in a positions of less stress and less strain and maximum support. Posture, according to physical educationists, posture is a tool of mechanical efficiency of body which cause minimum stress to muscle. Posture cause minimum stress. Okay, minimum stress to the muscles. Moreover, maximum output of physical efficiency can be attained. If the person has good postures, then there will be the minimum stress to his muscles and the maximum output, physical efficiency, maximum output can be gained. His physical efficiency will be improved. And according to doctor, posture is a soundness of physiological balance of the body. Physiological balance of the body. And according to actors, posture is a tool to express the emotion and attitude. अपने emotion और attitude को express करना. According to the actors. From the above, we can conclude that good posture helps the body to function efficiently and effectively. Good postures हमारे body को efficiently and effectively function करने में help करती है. Good posture reflect the personality. Good posture reflect the personality of the person also, and it helps to show the expression, personality, posture. ठीक है, postures show the expression of the persons, his emotion, attitude of mind, etc. Posture, a good postures. When the person has good posture, the efficiency of the body will be improved. Posture also reflect the personality of the individual. Postures also help to express the emotion, attitude, etc. Posture efficiently. The efficiency of the body की efficiency is depend upon the good posture. It is directly related to the health status of the individual. By adopting a correct posture, the various organs of the body get a rest. The body does not get easily tired and the persons remain in sound health. Means when the person adopt the correct position, when he is in correct position, then his organs of the body organs will be at rest. The body will not feel tired. Okay, body थकेगी नहीं and his body will remain healthy. And good postures also keep the bones in their natural shape. If we follow the good posture, अगर हम good posture, if we have a good posture, then our bones will be in natural shape. अपने natural shape में रहेगी and in a proper alignment. Correct standing position. What is the correct standing position? Standing posture. Standing रहने का क्या correct posture हो? Standing is a position in which the body is held upright positions and supported only by the feet. In correct standing posture, the feet apart. feet apart about 4 to 6 inch. Roughly shoulder width means your feet should be about your shoulder width. ठीक है, अपने शोल्डर के डिस्टेंस अपने फीट को खोलना है. And feet should be parallel to each others and balance evenly on both the feet. Your feet should be parallel. आपका feet एक दूसरे से parallel होना चाहिए and balance evenly on the foot, evenly on both the feet. One should stand straight and erect. उसको हमेशा stand straight होना चाहिए and erect एकदम सीधा. Hold the head straight, chin parallel to the floor. Keep the shoulders, hip and knee in a straight line. Body weight on the both leg and evenly balance. उनका body weight, if his body weight is 50 means in both leg uh, there will be the balance means 25 weight in each leg. Okay, body weight on the both leg are evenly balanced. From side view, ear, shoulder, hip, knee and ankle should be centers along and an imaginary straight line. The center of gravity should be with the center of the feet. उसके center of the feet is center of gravity. For example, this is your poor posture. Okay, this is your poor posture when, and this is also a poor posture. The good posture, in a good posture, the person has to stand erect. His head should be straight, hands should be side, and his leg should be straight, parallel to each others. Okay, एकदम his center of gravity fall between the feet. Correct walking position. What is the correct walking position? Walk करने की correct position क्या है? And walking posture, your feet should be stressed. Push the ground को push करे and then the weight is transfer on the toe. Transfer your weight on the toe. It is also called heel to toe actions. अपने ठीक है, in walking position feet stress, push the ground and then weight is transferred to the toe. ठीक है, heel से toe में weight को transfer करना. Walking should look smooth, efficient and graceful. In walking, ठीक है, कैसे walk, how you will walk correctly. Your feet should be straight. Next, push the ground and then transfer the weight on the toe. Correct sitting position. Sitting is one of the common activity in which most of our time is spent. In correct sitting position, your backbone should be erect, correct, so that the natural curve should be visible. The upper regions of the backbone should be straight. Again, the back of the chair. Head should be in a line with the hip and shoulders. The thighs should be straight line resting on the seat of the chairs and legs should be in a vertical. For example, your knees should be bent in a 90-degree. Your feet should be flat on the floor. Your knees should be bent. Your hands should be rest at the desk, and your screen should be in the level of your eye. Your backbone should be supported by the chair. Your head should be straight, and your thighs should be rest on the chair. This is the correct sitting position. Now posture, you understand what is posture? Posture is the position of the body ka positions in which uh, in which uh, there will be the proper manner so that produce the least fatigue. The body, we will feel least fatigue if the person has good posture, then there will be the least fatigue. It is the posture is the position of a body. And if there is a good posture, it means the bed postures is that when the body segment are balanced, body segment and balance, and a positions offer least strain, ekdam least strain, without pain, and with a maximum support. And according to physical education doctors, actors, they have different view about the posture.